Yo, and welcome to Shooting the Soil. My name is Matt. I'm a home gardener, and I'm just about certified in regenerative soil. Today, we are looking at Fish Brew. This is Rise and Thrive Soil Conditioner, a aquatic microorganism inoculant. There you guys go, so you can see it. Oh, wrong way. Yep, there we go. That's what we're looking at. And so far it's looking pretty fascinating under here. We're already seeing some cool shaped stuff. We got this circular thing here that looks like an arcella. But again, these are aquatic microorganisms. And I am more familiar with soil microorganisms. So, if any marine biologist happens to be watching, definitely post in the comments or the chat and help us identify some of these organisms. That would be sweet. Anyway, so why do we want to use a microbial inoculant on our soil? Well, to put it simply, without getting too complicated, the microorganisms are what provide food and nutrients to our plants in a natural system. And guess what? They've been doing it for a couple billion more years than we have. So you have the option of being a mad scientist and doing the NPK, the CalMag, and then all the micronutrients and trying to spoon feed them. Or you can let the microbiology do what it's supposed to do, and your plants will get exactly what they want when they want it, as far as nutrients go, provided by the microorganisms and the fungi and the biology and everything else. That's the idea. So I see myself as more of a caretaker of the biology, and they take care of my plants. Oh, what do we see swinging around over here? Oh. I think it's just kind of a little strand blowing in the current. But definitely see a lot of interesting stuff. Like stuff like this. I know this up here, right there, is a diatom. Square rectangles here, but I'm not sure if this would be a diatom or what. This might be a diatom as well, just a different species of diatom. But definitely, drop a comment or speak up in the chat if you're got some experience with marine microbiology. Another cool amoeba looking round shape here. A lot of cool stuff in here. I have another video on my channel checking out aquatic microorganisms from Fish Brew. I tried their Fish Brew Bold, and everything that I put on it I saw a good response on. So yeah, definitely can't complain. I'm definitely a supporter of their product. Plus, they're local, right on Cape Cod, or somewhat local to me. I'm not quite on the Cape, but in the same state anyway. What we got over here is more interesting, little segmented. Oh, by the way, we're in at 400x. Using a 40x objective. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff down here. So, yeah, if you're interested in purchasing this product, check out fishbrew.com. Yeah, plants definitely seem to like it. The aquatic organisms have been around way longer than the land organisms, so in theory, they should be way more advanced. So even if they don't survive in the soil, they'll be food for the soil microorganisms. And there's also that chance of horizontal gene transfer. If you don't know what that is, you should definitely check it out. But yeah, it's pretty revolutionary. And if these guys can, share some information with the native soil microbes, that means they can share information about, how to protect themselves from pathogens and, fend off the pathogens and keep the soil nice and balanced, free of disease, the way you want it. And they'll help protect, the microorganisms will help protect the plants too from those kinds of pests and diseases. They're like chainmail. And there's so many of them down there. Alright, let's see what else cool we can find. And, definitely. Let me make sure I got it on all chat so I don't miss any comments. Feel free to drop a comment or ask me any questions. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Yeah, I definitely feel like the microscope is one of our best tools for assessing our soil fertility and our plant health. Two little funny looking, possibly diatoms next to each other. Trying to see if they're just next to each other or they might be multiplying. Might just be next to each other. Could be either one. Alright. Oh, big diatom. These always look really cool. Yeah, I don't see many diatoms in the soil, but you see a lot in aquatic cultures. And then we got all these amoeba shapes. Now in the soil, I would say this is a test date amoeba, just going by their shape, how they have a kind of flat foot on one end where they latch on to stuff and then try to feed off bacteria and other stuff in the soil. But they could be a totally different species in aquatic cultures. Alright. Let's see what else we can find in here. See if we can find anything swimming around. But generally, I'm surprised at the job that they do. It's just an aquatic culture, and like normally, if you're gonna do like a compost tea or something like that, you would see way more bacteria. You probably see some ciliates, some rotifers, and so far to the two products that they do quite a good job of keeping it, a pure aquatic culture from what I see. So that's, it's not getting contaminated with pathogens, and if you would see a ton of ciliates in say a compost tea, you would start to be worried that it might be going a little too anaerobic and away from aerobic and facultative. So for a liquid culture, from the multiple samples that I've done for this company, it's definitely a good job that you don't end up having a bunch of ciliates going around in there. They're keeping it pure. But yeah, all sorts of look how many amoebas in here. That's the biggest difference that I'm noticing from the Fish Brew Bold. The Fish Brew Bold, I saw tons of diatoms, and in here I'm seeing more amoebas. Oh, look, we got some strands over here. Let me get going all through this aggregated stuff. Got some aquatic hyphae. Kind of seeing some separations in the cell walls. Not really. Not like what you would want from a beneficial in the soil, but again, this is aquatic. Alright, let's see what else we could find. Tried to do this stream before and OBS totally switched my mic on me and messed me all up. Then it turned off my camera. Technical difficulties. I think I gotta write a checklist to check everything in OBS, because you never know when it's just gonna switch settings on you, it seems. But yeah, back to what we're looking at here. A lot of cool shapes and sizes. Different little organisms. Trying to find something swimming around. We found a little fragilate, or some kind of small ciliate swimming around in the last one. Just kind of scanning around here. Oh yeah, we're way up in the corner. Let's go down this way. Whoa, yeah, we're already seeing some cooler stuff. Interesting strands and whatnot. Alright, let's head down this way. Oh yeah, we're right on the edge. Let's get more into the middle of the slide. Cool looking diatom. Alright. Anything moving around in there? Yeah, tons of amoeba. Nice, very round one. More diatom. Oh. Really cool looking piece of our organic matter. Alright, yeah. Oh, what do we got over here? Cool diatom, some funny little strand of something there. Yeah, it's always a whole different world looking at aquatic organisms. Like most of the microscopy I find online is usually, from pond samples and stuff where there's a lot of critters moving around. But that's one of the reasons why I started this soil, because this channel, because I wanted to look at soil. And I found that there was very little microscopy on there of actual soil biology. So we started this up to share with all you guys, and so we can all learn and get experience together assessing things with a microscope. So yeah, like I said before, I feel it's one of the best ways to do it. Alright, where are we at the slide here? Let's scan over this way, see if we can find anything else cool. But yeah, we're probably going to keep this pretty short stream. Diatoms, pretty fascinating little creatures. see if we can find anything big swimming around. Oh, yeah, I saw one of these in a previous sample. It's got these little, some kind of amoeba with little spikes coming out of them. Very cool looking. All his internals and everything. Man, this almost looks like a fungal spore, but then again, could be something else because it's aquatic. Then we got a bunch of square blocks. I think this is just a different type of diatom, but correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Tons of amoeba shapes. More and more. Definitely a lot of life in here. Oh, look, that was a big diatom that got broken in half. Poor guy. Alright, well, before we wrap things up here, I'll give a second for anybody to ask any last questions. If not, please feel free to do in the comments if you're watching this after the fact. Try to get back to everybody. Yeah. Alright, and we're to the bottom. Oh, look, we got two little, we got amoebas split in here. Looks like this is the new one since we don't have any food or anything inside of them. And that's mama. Reproducing. Basically just cell dividing. Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Oh, what do we got here? Another one of those spiky, round Arcella looking amoebas. Huh. I wonder if this is it dividing or if it's like, why would it have two cell walls? This little, so there's a cell wall on the outside and then there's an inner cell wall. So is this the baby popping out of it? And we're just, seeing it from the top instead of the side? That's my best guess. So I don't know of any organisms that would have an inner and an outer cell wall. I mean, nature does like to be redundant. But for a little guy like that, seems a bit excessive. But alright, well, I think we'll end it there, guys. So, yeah, just a reminder to hit those buttons if you would be so kind. Help grow the channel and spread the regenerative way to grow, healthier and more nutritious food for all of us. And spread, the experience of microscopy. So, yeah. Till then, happy growing, and we will catch you on the next one. Have a good one.